The next element of music is that of timbre. Now, that word's not pronounced timber, like trees falling in a forest, but timbre. This means tone color. It seems like it might be related to the topic of pitch or melody, but in fact, it isn't. Let's show you how this tone color or timbre works. We can have three instruments, quite different, a clarinet, a contrabass clarinet, and a flute, all play the same pitch, but notice that they don't sound the same. The tone color of the sounds is different from one instrument to the next. So we have three very different sounds. It's possible to distinguish a clarinet sound from a flute sound because of the tone color. This is a function of the frequency of the wave that produces the sound. The wave has different levels of richness or activity above the fundamental pitch. We can hear certainly a difference in pitch if someone plays a low sound or a high sound, but on most instruments there's also a difference in tone color. For example, Julie's going to play a low note on the clarinet, followed by a very high note. You'll hear not only a difference in pitch, but a difference in warmth or brightness between the low and high notes. Indeed. So a performer can achieve differences in tone color by simply playing higher or lower. But it's also possible for musicians to create different tone color effects on specific notes on purpose. For example, a regular flute note and then one with a strange flutter tongue. Those are two different tones. The flute note by itself is a rather pure, perhaps woody or hollow sound, but the flutter tongue element adds stress to that sound. Another sound is produced by taking apart the clarinet and using only the top mouthpiece portion. Listen to the completely different tone color that comes from part of the clarinet. That's an unusual sound for sure. Even the contrabass clarinet, which plays very low in its register, can also achieve some very strange sounds if we alter the way in which that sound gets out into the room. Not only a very strange tone color, but an extremely low pitch. When you listen to different examples of music, singing or instruments performing, the way in which those notes have color as you hear them is relevant to your discussion. You can include words about timbre like warm, bright, shrill, soothing when you write about music.